All right, I thought I'd give an update on this truck here I've been working on. Got some reflectors on, side painted, rims painted. Under here, you can't see it really, but I've made some overload mounts. Overload spring stops. It's part of a box hanging down, but painting under here. I made the battery box because good luck finding an Autocar battery box. I had a lid, but no box. We put I did put a 4-speed auxiliary in here behind the 10-speed. This is a 9 overdrive 10-speed, so I wanted overdrive and I wanted creeping gears for these gen poles that I still have to build. We got to, let me just walk over here. We've got to put the hinge plates in them. We're gonna add inner wall pipe to this too for strength, being that this bed on this truck was really short and the poles were small because they didn't have to be a large diameter for such a short truck. But now this truck's stretched, the poles need to actually be another inch bigger around, but I didn't want to cut these trowels and redesign all that and have them stick out, or cut this and have them stick in. So we're just going to double wall them and go from there. Still got to put the wood in here. That's piled up over there in the corner. Started on the headache rack and I'm almost done. I've got to put chain hooks in it and a couple of more cross members, and the winch is in operation. I still have to mount the air operated kick out for freewheeling, and then the back brake. What else? Come in here to the inside. Got the 2 sticks, and that's the winch stick, the red one there. I've got the windshield washer replumbed and done, new floor. Spent a whole lot of time in here actually. This truck was, like I say, this truck had nothing. It had no engine, no transmission, no rear end, no front end, no tanks, no radiator, no hood, no bumper. It was just a cab and 2 bent frame rails that I straightened. And the radiator came from another truck. So did the shutters. The bumper came from another truck. It's crazy how this stuff almost matches, but the hood's from a different truck. The front axle I took out of a later model International and made to fit. The tanks are from a Volvo white, or actually it was a GMC, but I think it's the same truck. But and they were a little bigger around. I had to remove this cab skirt that goes on here, but I'm gonna notch it out and cut it real nice to fit over this tank and put them back on. It's got a 671 Detroit. I am in the process now of, after I get this all cleaned up, I've got to replace the steel in here where the 5th wheel goes. I've got lights mounted, not wired yet. I still got to do that, and then paint this. But we're painted in here. That's where we're at on this baby. Sorry for the crazy filming here, but I'm just kind of doing this on the whim. Let me climb up in here. This seat is a combination Duraform top and a Bostrom lower. I notched it here. This is where your electrical comes in for the rear of the truck in the cab, so regular seats won't fit these trucks. They had a bracket there, and couldn't find a seat low enough to fit on the bracket where my knees didn't hit the steering wheel, so I made a seat work. And then, of course, right now I got the gauge panel down. I'm just got through wiring the windshield wiper, new windshield wiper motor in it. But it's got a old style realistic CB, no radio in the truck yet. I don't know if you'd be able to hear it if it had one. But it's getting there. It's been a labor of love, I'll tell you that. I could have bought 3 trucks by now, but this one will be mine and nothing on it. I have touched every piece of this truck, so if it breaks down or something, it's my fault. Can't blame anybody else but me. We'll eventually get it painted one day, but for now it's going to do. I'll let it make me some money. I'm building this to move machinery like this stuff here that I have in my shop. I'm overdoing my pickup, so the more stuff you have, the more stuff you got to work with. This truck, I think, will probably pick up between somewhere around 15,000 pounds, I would guess, over the poles for its wheelbase, and being it's a single rear axle. Your hinge, you know, a tandem rear axle winch truck with another set of wheels here, your pivot point's in the middle of your axle. The pivot point on a single axle winch truck is the axle, and the pin's pinned there, so you can see the difference in your pivot point as far as rearing the truck up in the air on the front end with weight. But that's a little short video on what I got going here. Sorry for the back and forth, but I have a gimbal. I just didn't feel like getting it out and doing all that crap for this little quick video. But that's it. Talk to you later.